views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of Touch Radio or its staff.
Politics. I'm Angela Birdsong. I'm now your co-host because my other host is Mr. Jarvis El-Amin.
Good morning, Angela, and to our producer and to our guests, and good morning to our listening audience. I'm glad to be back in the In Touch saddle, back in the saddle and talking politics.
All right. And you know, if you don't have enough time to find out what's going on in politics in the Tampa Bay area, please take the time to listen to Tampa Bay Politics. That's why we're here. So you know who you're voting for on your ballot and who are your movers and shakers in the political arena. And today we got one of those people who are shaking it up in the Tampa Bay area. That is Mr. Gamal Gasser, and he is with Muslims for Democracy and Fairness. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay. So let's talk about where it all began for you. Where were you born?
First of all, my name is Gamal Gasser. I am from Egypt, from an area south of Egypt, pretty close to Sudan. That's where my folks are. We are Nubian, tribe of Nubia, but I was actually born in Cairo and I was raised in Cairo. Go ahead.
Okay. And then how did you end up in the United States of America?
All right. That's a long story. Yes, I'm going to try to make it short. I did go to school in Cairo, and I finished my bachelor degree in Cairo. And suddenly I had the chance and opportunity to go to America. I really didn't think about it this way. But of course, when I got the chance, I jumped into it. It was a school from California that had advertisement in Cairo.
I see.
Recruiting students to come to America to study English and actually apply for maybe university level of study. I did that and was in California. I came here. I had few people I know in New York City. And then I went to California. I stayed there. The school itself was closed, but I continued and I was able to get my green card and citizenship.
Now, what did you study?
Originally, I am I have a bachelor degree in agriculture originally, but I left that field and I studied the IT. Around the time I was graduating from college, there was a new era of computer science that was opening up. I studied that when I came to America. It really helped me a lot because I quickly found a good job where I started immediately.
No shortage of IT jobs, that's for sure.
Well, even agriculture now, it's a lot of IT in agriculture now. So the technology has been infused into agriculture. I just left Georgia, and I can tell you it's not the same. The agriculture with a good degree now would be IT in agriculture. Mm-hmm. So that's very interesting.
Yep. Now, but I'm an old man.
Oh, not for you.
Yes. I mean, I would have loved to have been able to use my IT abilities in the agriculture field. I'm getting ready for retirement, though.
Yeah, and they got a whole concept now they call agro-business, so it's great. Yeah. For our listening audience, that may be an inspiring career.
Exactly.
Okay. Did you get a wife along the way?
During this journey, yes, I did. When I came to America, I was 27 years old. It was 1981, if somebody want to calculate.
Okay.
And what happened is that as soon as I came to America, and I really discovered that America is really a beautiful place. I remember very well when I was riding my first bus ride in America.
Wow.
I was
public transportation.
Yes, in San Francisco area, I saw the beauty, and I was like, in the entire trip, I was asking God to really make this beautiful country my place and make me love it and make my life easy, which, thanks God,
I know it's
alhamdulillah,
not easy to make a transition from one country to another.
yes, it's supposed to be difficult, but it was easy for me.
Of
I really,
course.
I thank
Good.
thank God. I thank God a lot for that.
I can see that being easy.
Yes, and one of the things that was made easy for me is that I was able to, in less than 6 months, less than 6 months, I was married, fully
Less
married.
than 6
Yes.
months. You convinced her that fast.
Yes. It was.
Or you just irresistibly handsome.
Well, he had persuasion skills. He was selling all the persuasion. He read the book, Creating a Sales Mentality. And
Who's
that's
that
true.
book by?
She helped me, of course, to understand the American culture, and I was able to quickly find a good job, and I started working.
So she was American.
She was African American sister, yes, in San
Okay.
Francisco that I married. Yes.
Wonderful. Now, how did you get to a place called Tampa, Florida?
Okay, that's another long trip. From San Francisco, I stayed for like 1 year working in the IT industry, thanks God, and then I moved back to New York, where I have all of my friends that I know from Cairo. They were living there together, so it was much easier for me to live in New York. I was quickly, alhamdulillah, also, thanks God, I found a good job. I worked for as a consultant at Merrill Lynch, and then I actually worked for Merrill Lynch.
Is a good job.
Yeah, I was actually I became assistant vice president of Merrill Lynch. Probably I was less than 7 years.
And you know,
in
the inspiring
country.
part about this story is, when an immigrant come to America, the desire and the passion to do good, and that our people, Native Americans who live here, can take a note from that. And a lot of times people, they're strong, the desire to succeed. It's very strong. And it's the old saying that you've never been to America till you've been in New York City. They said twice,
And if
New
you
York,
can
New
make
York.
it there, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere. That's right. So it's so bad they name it twice. New York, New York. And so for you to come from Egypt, from another country, and then evolve to the vice president of Merrill Lynch, that's saying a lot about your character and about your desire and your passion and your desire to succeed. And that's very important.
Absolutely.
So I did have a family, married, have children, and then my children.
At that point, how many children did you have?
By 1994, I have two children actually.
Okay.
Then they moved back to Egypt, and they stayed there for a while to learn a little bit of our culture and our religion. I came back,
So
and
you felt it was important that they be connected to their heritage.
yes, exactly. That was very important to me. I knew that if they are here in America, they're gonna get the culture, they're gonna learn the language very fast. They are young. I had no problem with that at all. My problem was the opposite. Is that
Right.
while they are here, they're going to completely miss the culture of over there and the study and the family, and they will not know them. So I thought that I'd take them back there while they're young, and they bring them back also while they are young, and they can this way have double understanding of the different culture, different languages, and they can have a rich life that they understand wider, ideas and thoughts and feeling and culture and everything.
And every human being needs to be grounded in their heritage.
And that's why it's important among African Americans that we discover our culture and be culturally rich. And a lot of people from other places don't know what we went through in America when we was robbed of our knowledge of self, robbed of
Yes.
our culture, and we didn't even know our own name. We had slave names. So, it's a lot of reasons why African Americans struggle the way they struggle, but being reconnected. And it's not a lot of reasons why we're strong, because without our culture, what we was able to achieve, and most immigrants come to America benefiting from the hard work and sacrifices of our ancestors. Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. And they also bring their own culture, which makes them much stronger
That's like-
in facing life and different adversity of life. If I live in the same place, if I have lived in the same place where I was born, and I could be very negatively looking at many of the things that I don't like. But if I go somewhere else, or if I understand different culture, I will understand that it is me that is going to make the
And see, that's why God says in the Holy Quran says, I created you in nations and tribes that you may know each other, not despise each other. It said the most honor to you is the one who keep his duty to God. So we are to learn from each other culture.
That's right.
And
And
so
we're
it
supposed
strengthens,
to,
it's
you know, I'm
unity and
from New York
strength.
City, New York City, where
diversity.
we actually love diversity.
Exactly. And that's the strength of America. If we can get the right political leadership, since it's a politics show, that embrace and benefit and understand the value of diversity.
That's right.
So bad that people from the other party don't understand that. They want to make America hate again, not great again. They want to make America hate again.
Right.
So I want to know why. You know, why they want to make America hate again. So when you
because they feel that they can rise up due to the division.
right, and not only that, they want it to be like the old days.
Yes.
Well, they're
Replacement
in
therapy.
charge, and so somebody else is subservient to them. So that's why it's
Replacement theory.
important. Thank you, sister. And that's why it's important, Sister Angela and Brother Gamal, for us leading in politics to get good elected officials elected that understand
Yes.
this. If America's going to change, it's going to be up to us to make it change. And we have to do that within the political landscape that's already been established.
Okay, then.
Perfect.
All right. So you somehow found your way to Tampa, Florida.
Yes, yeah. After that, I got the chance and opportunity to come to Florida, Tampa, Florida, through my job.
I see.
Before that, of course, I was thinking New Jersey, where I was living, has too much snow. Well, I
It's
didn't.
darn cold up there.
Well, the ready to come to the Sunshine State. Let's be honest about it. This is paradise. Who don't want to be in Florida? Warm year round. I mean, this is where you want to be.
This is where you want
I
to be.
didn't have any problem with the snow itself. I had a problem with me needing to remove the snow in order for me to dig my car
yes.
out.
Shoveling snow. We don't miss those
You have
days.
to dig
Lord
your
have
car
mercy.
out. That's it. I was.
Shoveling your car out. Oh.
That made Florida look much more.
Yeah, and no state income tax, that made it look good too. Warm year round.
No,
You know,
these
all
are
that made it good.
these are the niceties that you find when you come here. I didn't hear about it when I was there, but when I came here, that was very one of the nice things to discover.
Yes.
Yes.
So you landed yourself in where? Was it Tampa you came to first?
Yes.
Okay.
The job was in Verizon, and Verizon is right here in Tampa and Temple Terrace area. I first lived in New Tampa, and then I moved into Tampa, and then to Temple Terrace.
So you live in Temple Terrace now. Actually, not far from where our studio is at 5508.
That's right. Well, Verizon is a great job. You know, that's high cotton, brother. You know, that's a southern word. High cotton mean you're doing good working for Verizon, a great company.
Yeah, Verizon is still one of our great employers here
Yes.
in the Tampa Bay area.
So we really know that you got a good employment.
I like it very much. In Verizon, it's a very good company. I don't work for Verizon, but I work at Verizon.
Okay.
Both my employer and Verizon are very good companies. I would not leave them for anything else.
That's great.
Well, so at some point you found a company you're working now with MDF, Muslims for Democracy and Fairness, and we're about to have our break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about all the things that you're doing with MDF.
Muslim for Democracy and Fairness. We'll be back. We have in the studio with us, we have Mr. Gamal Gasser, one of the founders of MDF, and we're going to dig into it and find out what MDF is all about. Muslim for Democracy and Fairness. We'll be right back.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here-for-you.
God bless each and every one of you and have a happy 4th of July. This is Pastor Harold Ford. Join us this weekend for the House of Gospel Music. Cherry Johnson tells us about the freaks who slapped the babies behind. Evangelist Dorothy Norwood stops by to tell us a real story. And all of your gospel favorites back to back on the House of Gospel Music. Gospel Hallelujah, heard right here on this great radio station.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, push your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
We're back with Tampa Bay politics. I got a little announcement to make.
All right, come on with us, Sister Angela.
Okay. You may know that I'm running to be your next county commissioner for Hillsborough County, Florida.
Exactly.
And I have officially qualified to be on your ballot. Woo! For November the 8th.
That is absolutely wonderful because we know with you, Sister Angela, we have good leadership. And we'd like to get the audience involved in this conversation. The call-in number is 813-444-9588. That's 813-444-9588. This is Tampa Bay Politics with co-host Jarvis Elamine and Angela Birdsong. We have in the studio with us Gamal Gasser, one of the founders of Muslim for Democracy and Fairness. And Angela, jump right into it and let's find out what this MDF is all about.
Hey, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat right now.
Talk to us, Gamal.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Tell us your official position first.
I am the chairman of the MDF PAC. PAC is usually an organization that closes and ends and starts with the election cycle. So in this year we have a new PAC that's called PAC, MDF PAC 22. I am the
and
chairman
PAC
of this.
stands for Political Action Committee.
Correct. Political action committees are an organization that's different than what everybody knows. Most people know what non-profit organization is and what for-profit organization is. PAC is neither this nor that. PAC is an organization the government looks at very, very closely to what they do. They are working in politics. So we work with the candidates and we support specific issues all the time. Non-profit organization cannot do that. Profit organization can do that under some restrictions.
But let's be clear, Gamal, about different kind of PACs out there now, so we can be clear. A lot of PACs, in like a consultant like me, our interest in PAC is political action committee that can bundle money. So a person can bundle more money so they can get a candidate more money. Then you got PACs that do issues PAC. So which one you lean more toward, just dealing with issues of the community or dealing with bundling money to help candidates win?
When we are working with PAC, we are not really thinking of money that much. Money is not an issue to us. If you need money, we can pull money. We're not interested at all in making sure that we collect money for somebody and give somebody money. We are interested in one thing. We know exactly our aim. Our aim is to help pump into government people that deserve our support. So we look for people that have value. We look for people that have character. We look for people that know what community is. When we discover these people, we find them, we support them with everything that we can, including money. But money is not number one. Number one is our character. So it doesn't, we would support somebody even though they might not be winning at all. We give them full support because these are the people that we want to be in the government.
Well, I do want to say thank you very much because the last time I ran in 2018, I was endorsed by MDF. Now, I know that you actually have an endorsement process. You want to talk a little bit about what you, how you select your candidates?
Absolutely. So MDF has two aims. They are very clear to us. The aim number one is to wake up our community, our Muslim community, our minority community. What do I mean? We want them to have better engagement with political process. They are not doing that right now because most of them right now are immigrant. Immigrant people are working very hard to make it themselves. They're working very hard to understand what's happening. They have baggages that they bring from their previous countries, so they don't get into the political arena. They're usually working very hard doing something else. We want to wake these people up.
That's a very important point that
Yes.
you're saying there is that we have people who live in the United States in America. They have their issues. So if you're an immigrant, you're bringing issues from your country, maybe a language barrier. So they got a lot of things that they're working with.
Yes.
They're trying to learn the customs of the country. But so you're saying, hey, you're trying to cut through all of that and get them registered and get them out to vote.
Exactly. So yes, exactly. Getting them to understand that they need to register. Since they have the citizenship, we try to get them to understand that they need to vote. We need to get them to understand that they need to be involved with the issues, what the issues are, and which one to support and which not. This is our first aim. And I'm telling you right now, we're not really doing very well on that particular point.
Well, you know, that's very interesting you said that because civic engagement is important in political education, voter education, then voter outreach, then voter turnout. Those are the things that got to be involved. But I think that I can give you a little advice on that. When you start talking about people, especially from the Muslim community, who you got some people in the Muslim community say voting is haram. Don't get involved in politics. That's haram. They say all this kind of foolishness. But let me say this to you.
What is haram?
Haram means prohibited in Islam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said, oh, that's haram. You know, that's a big problem, particularly in immigrant Muslim community. Not so much in indigenous Muslim community, because we understand we're born in America. But I want to make the point is that we have to change the narrative how we talk about politics in our community. And I'm giving you some unsolicited advice. We have to tell people that if you're in America and you're looking for a green card, that's political. If you're in America and you got a Social Security card, that's political.
Nice.
If you're in America and you're not dead until you get a death certificate, that's political. So everything in America is politics.
It is.
And so if we don't make that clear to people, and we try to say, well, do this, well, do because they can look outside, Brother Gamal, and see, do I want to get involved in 45 type politics? Do I want to get involved in that kind of foolishness going on? Do I want to get involved in that racist stuff going on with the other party? That's a turn off not just for immigrants. That's a turn off for regular people. You know, that's a turn off for all of us. So and I think that MDF is in a great position to do more in civic education. So if you're not going to focus on giving a lot of money and you want to talk about issues, before you can talk about issues, they got to be educated as to why they should be involved in the first place.
And local.
Thank you. All politics. Thank you, Ann. That's why I would co-host. All politics are local.
Yes.
Because a lot of people get caught up in that stuff that's on TV, but that does not affect your life as much as a county commissioner, your city councilman. Those are the people you need to know. If I walk down the street right now and I say, I got $20 here. Can you tell me who is on the county commission? One.
No.
They can't tell you.
You may not give away that $20, but they won't know.
They won't know. Some of them don't know who the mayor is of Tampa.
And so that's the part that, so tell us, if you agree with us, what's your goal and plan and vision to ramp that up? That's what's important. And then after people, how do you get the people out to vote? See, you can get them registered all the time. We in the black community know that. You register all the time. How you get them out, how you turn them out. That's what we want to talk about. You don't want to cut through the chase and get down to some nitty gritty.
No. You're first of all, you're right, and even the words that you just said are very good. And maybe we need to bring you and other people on the same caliber to be talking to our people.
Help them out, Jarvis.
I'll be glad to. But I talk for free and I consult for money. Let me make that very clear.
All right.
I have to tell everybody that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. So our problem is not turning the people to the vote. No. Our problem is getting people registered for vote. In our community, it's not, the transportation is not a problem. In our community, thanks God, our community is not in general poor. They're not in general unable. They are able. They're just not educated.
Well, let me say this to you. I'll stop you right
okay.
there. Because there's a lot of opportunities, brother, to register people to vote in our community.
Absolutely.
At Kasam, when you have you was there, Angela, that event when they dedicated the $13 million education facility, that place was packed. There was nobody out there with a voter registration table.
Absolutely.
So I'm giving you some free advice.
Yeah.
Anytime you do anything, you got to have somebody there with a voter registration table. So every Juma prayer, Kasam is packed, New Tampa is packed. Nobody's there doing voter registration.
It
You
will
can't.
be this Friday.
That's right. And that's the Islamic Society.
Birdsong's going to be down
Yes.
there, and I'm bringing somebody.
That's right. That would be at the Islamic Society
Yeah.
at Tampa Bay on
that's
Sly.
good.
And so that's great. That'll be there, but I'm telling him to areas that he works in already.
Oh, I see.
Those are the areas, brother, that we can have more people
And
ready
just
to
to let
vote.
you know, the League of Women Voters will come out, and they are nonpartisan. And your supervisor of election has a force they can send out to.
Right, and that's part of their job. To come out and register people. You can call the supervisor of elections and say, can you send somebody out this Friday? So I'm just giving you some ideas on how to increase voter registration. Because this election coming up, especially District 2 that Angela's running in, is very important for the Muslim community. And the Muslim community want to get somebody in office where they have a voice, where their concerns can be heard, and they can be responsible for electing a person. This one they can win. They can take this to the bank as we put Angela Birdsong in. And don't many opportunities in politics come where a block vote can elect a candidate. That's very rare.
Yes, exactly. We do want to do a lot of events that we can do at the masjids that will help people elect for vote. But putting table is not enough. We need to do a little bit more. For example, to have our leaders understand that they need to talk to their people and get them to believe.
They
yes,
follow the leaders.
exactly.
Yes, they do.
Exactly, that's what we do.
Well, the first people you talk to, come on, let's the leaders.
Whatever happened in the Masjid Sly is a proud for us at MDF. Whatever good that is happening in Masjid Sly is a proud for us.
But our listeners don't know Masjid Islam. We're talking about Islamic Society of Tampa Bay. But we know all the communities to work together and a collaborative relationship. We don't want no
mosque.
The mosque. We don't want no. There's no division with the mosque. It's a collaborative relationship.
Exactly.
We talk about the Muslim community. We're not talking about particular mosques. And I brought up particular mosques, Gamal, because those are mosques that's in the area that Angela's running in. That's why I brought those two up.
So tell me, where are your mosques? Because everybody doesn't know where they are.
Okay, there's about 28 mosques. I'll let him talk about it too. 28 mosques in the Tampa Bay area. They all over. And Islam is not like the Christian religion. So I go to Rose Hill Missionary Baptist Church. I go to Bible Base. We can go to any mosque and be accepted. We don't have a membership. I go to a mosque in Sulphur Springs, Masjid Al-Nasser. That's my mosque of choice. But I can go to the mosque at Sly, I can go to Kasam, I can go to Brandon, I can go to Carrollwood, and not going to say I'm not a member. I'm going to come in and make my prayer, listen to the khutbah like everybody else. So we got mosques everywhere, all over the city. When I came to this city in 1987, there was only one mosque in this town.
Which one was
one
that?
mosque, Sly.
Sly.
That was the only mosque when I came.
Sly is the oldest one.
No, right now it is.
Okay.
But there's true history that there was a mosque on 7th Avenue that was ran by Imam Muhammad followers, African Americans on 7th Avenue in Ybor City, Muhammad's Mosque number 47. That was really the first mosque in the Tampa Bay area. and those predominantly African Americans, and then the immigrants came there initially, and then they came there for a while, and then they got the SLA moved to SLA in 1976. They went to SLA. Yeah. This one started in 75. So that's to be right in history, so we don't have no revisionist history.
Okay. We want to give everybody praise.
Right.
All right. Guess what? This session is coming to an end. We'll be back after the commercial break.
Great. Well, we have in the studio with us Mr. Gamal Gaza from Muslim for Democracy and Fairness, MDF, Angela Birdsong, our host, and we Jarvis Elamine co-host. We glad you're here. Tune in and don't move, touch that dial. Come on back, because we're going to talk some more politics. We're going to dig deep. I hope Gamal going to be ready. Tighten your seatbelts up, Gamal, because it's going to get hot up in here. It's going to get tight and hot up in here. We're going to talk some hot seat politics. Hot seat politics.
You're putting some life in the program.
We're playing your favorite old school. Today's R&B. With a smooth touch of jazz. You're listening to In Touch Radio.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here-for-you.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Politics. I'm Angela Birdsong, and I have a new co-host. So happy to say that Mr. Jarvis Elamine is not just a guest, he is now a co-host.
Well, that is so honor to you, Angela, to thanking out Robert to have me as a co-host, and thank to DJ CEO for having me.
Daryl Johnson.
Daryl Johnson, In Touch
boss.
Radio. He's a moving, shaking our time. Him in Tampa Bay, known them for many, many years. I just want to say, Gamal, let's get down to some nitty-gritty like we promised our listening audience. We want to get to some hot politics, Angela. So now, when you give this questionnaire to the candidate, and just be real brief on this because I got to follow this up with some questions. Give me 2 or 3 kind of questions you want to know from the candidate.
We want to know from the candidate what for example, are the issues that are more dear to them, what they wanted to do about it. We also ask them about how good their connection with the community in general, especially the minority community. Also, we ask them about their history of communication with Muslim community.
Okay,
so
very good.
Yeah.
And so now, when you just kind of playing the advocate here now. So if you ask me those questions, and then I'm gonna ask you, and it's been turning around that the largest population of Muslims in Harrisburg County is Tampa terrorists. Then I hear that it's a large population of Muslims in New Tampa. I got MDF here that should give some facts on this. Let's get some actual facts. Let's start with Tampa terrorists. What is the latest count of Muslims? Then we'll talk about how many of those are registered voters. So it don't matter if they did, if they ain't registered voters. Then we'll talk about out of those that are registered voters and how many turn out to vote. So it's a process. So how many in Tampa terrorists, Muslims?
I will give you the numbers, but let me correct something that you said.
Okay.
It's not the largest number of Muslims are in Temple Terrace. Temple Terrace is a small area. Muslims exist everywhere. We are the most concentrated in Temple Terrace. So in Temple Terrace, you will find 25% of Temple Terrace is Muslims.
Okay.
We are beyond 5,000 families in Temple Terrace. Temple Terrace itself is about 25 to 27,000 persons. Temple Terrace is very small. Muslims in the Tampa Bay area, altogether, about 200,000 Muslims.
Okay.
In Hillsborough County, subtracting all the other areas, it's probably 100,000 Muslims.
Okay, so basically still saying the same thing I'm saying. The largest population where Muslims
Concentration.
be at, concentration.
I've heard it's the second largest concentration of Muslims in the country.
That may be true, but Dearborn have a lot of Muslims, so I don't
So I
know.
think they might be number one.
So Dearborn is
Michigan.
a very large city. Temple Terrace is a very small city.
Right.
So don't if you're talking about volume, you are not talking the same way when you're talking about concentration and percentage of the.
Okay, well let's that was a play on words. Let's just get to cut to the chase. You got 25,000. So you said 5,000 Muslims there in Temple Terrace. Out of the 5,000 Muslims there, how many registered to vote?
Oh, that's a good question. I can assure you.
Well, guesstimate.
Yeah, I can assure you in Temple Terrace at least we have between 800 and 1,000
Okay.
registered vote.
Okay.
About, you say between 8 and 10,000?
No, 800 and
1,000.
1,000. Take a note of that, Angela. Okay, now let's go to
Say
New
that
Tampa.
number again.
All
How
right,
many are
5,000 Muslims in Temple Terrace. Correct me, come on if I'm wrong. Out of the 5,000, only 1,000 is registered to vote.
Okay.
Only
1,000.
1,000.
See, to a politician, when you ask me all these questions, and all you got to offer me in that area is 1,000 votes, that's not attractive to. So a lot of work MDF got to do. Just gonna put it to you straight.
Yeah, sure,
a lot,
absolutely.
no,
Very
seriously,
good
sir,
work.
a lot of work they got to do.
Really
And
good work.
Yeah, a lot of work. I'm talking about a lot of money, lot of work. That's gonna take a hunk of money to get the work done. Don't think this work gonna get done without money. So I'm gonna clear that up first. So this is work that's gonna cost money. So let's move on from that because
Yeah,
we got
absolutely.
Temple Terrace. Let's go to New Tampa.
Okay.
All right. What is the population of Muslims in New Tampa? You have a number on that?
We estimated about 15,000 Muslims live in New Tampa.
That's a big number.
That's a
Yeah,
big number.
That's a
right
big number. And out of those, how many you think is registered? Come on.
I'll probably minimum have like maybe 3,000 of them.
A lot of work still be
Yeah,
done, but that's better than 1,000.
Yeah.
All right. So now, when you look at I'm gonna roll you into something now. When you look at a race like this race, when you
there.
got
The county commission.
for county commissioner, District 2.
And you know what? New Tampa is part of the city of Tampa.
It is.
They can vote for city council, too.
That's right. With Louis Verity, that's his district right now.
Yes.
So let me roll this into this. So now, if you're talking about now a race like this, you got 4,000 people registered. Out of that percentage, what's been the turnout percentage for the Muslim community?
We have a very high turnout. So an election that's coming up, we have a minimum of 60% of them were going to be voting.
Now that's a good number.
And
Now,
that can
is- yeah.
swing.
that can swing. There you
An
go.
election.
That's what we're getting at. That's why we're driving this at. That you
You
can
know what
swing
Gwen
election.
Myers, do you know how many votes she won by last time?
Not many, I know.
I think it was less than 100.
Yeah, about 115, somewhere around there, 114, 105.
So we're talking about this could help.
So here's the education part that we have to understand, Brother Kamal, that the charge is on MDF, charge on in the civic involvement in our community, in the civic involvement organization, civic engagement organization, is to say that with that number, we can determine an election that's going to be close.
That's
The beautiful thing about the Muslim community, we have resources, and we turning out 60%. African Americans, we up now, 55% turnout. Latinos is about, a lot of people think it is higher than African Americans. It's not. There's about 45%. So right now, we as a new electorate, the Muslim community, we leading everybody, brother. That's something to clap about.
Yeah.
In our turnout. That's why the Quran says celebrate the praises, the good deeds. That's something good.
Okay.
Glad
all right. That's
tidings.
something good.
We probably had more than 75% turnout
my
when
gosh.
when we knock Trump off the presidency.
All right, then.
Yeah, Muslims
that's
were
true,
there.
there's even a higher turnout
we
during
were-
Oh,
the
presidency,
presidential.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why me and
Especially
Andrew
when
were
you
talking
got
about it.
somebody you want to get rid of.
Yeah.
not that we like Biden very much, but we really didn't like Trump as much.
Yeah, we're lesser two evils in politics. And that's why
Muslim ban, we can't forget that.
Yeah, and then that's why I don't like to talk nation politics. It's just lesser two evils because, I don't want to get into that because, like you say, you didn't like Biden that well. So we have to get to a point where we vote for a candidate and like them and want them to do something. I never forget
Biden.
what LBJ said. He said he didn't like him that much. That's what I was responding to. But Lyndon Baines Johnson told the civil rights leaders in 1963, 65, somewhere around there, he said, make me do it. So we as the constituency got to make candidates, including Biden, Angela, do what they need to do.
Good.
We got to make them do it. So ain't no candidate, Lord. So no permanent friends, no permanent enemies.
I have a problem with Manchin and Cinema.
Yeah, but we need to get rid of them and by getting people more involved, but we still have to make the chief executive and these candidates do what they have to do and stop just having blind loyalty and giving our vote away. And that's a whole nother subject. So what I'm saying to you is the Muslim community is in a good position. You turn out 60%. So let's talk now about what are your plans and what, as a community, that you're reaching out to these 28 mosques. You got 28 mosques to work with. How you going to change this thing or get more registered? Yeah, to me, that's a easy fix. We registered a lot of people. Remember Bob Gilder? We used to register thousands of people.
Gilder, that
was a legend.
Saint. A legend.
A legend. And sister, I worked with him when I first come here from Miami. I met Bob Gilder, and I started doing voter registration. That's how I got involved. Somebody told me, said, call Bob Gilder when you move to Tampa.
Wow.
And we did a great job, Henry Carley, of getting people registered. Our problem was turning them out. You got the Muslim community got the opposite problem. We're turning people out, but we ain't got enough registered. What are your plans, brother?
Okay.
To get people more people registered.
Yeah. The process.
And what we can do to help.
Thank you very much. The process we do is to we vet the candidates. MDF is into vetting the candidates, trying to
So
find
you
which
tell them who to vote for after you vet them.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what we do. So we vet them and we make sure that we have at the very end endorsement that we turn around and tell Muslims, these are the people that we vet and we found to be more friendly to our minority community and our Muslim community.
And you have a slate card, a voter's card.
Yes, yes. We have a process that we go through to actually vet the people and endorse them. When we do the endorsement, we do a lot of benefit to them, including creating of a slate card.
Mm-hmm.
We do the
That's
slate
very
card,
important.
and our slate card is like the most famous in the area here. That has to do, of course, with Muslim. We're not more famous than the newspaper, but that has to do with Muslim. We are the most one, and we have been having candidates that coming and telling us in areas that have no Muslims whatsoever. They see a lot of people that using our card to actually vote.
Wonderful.
Well, that's great. That's good. Slate card is good. Voter's card is good. But you still didn't answer my question. I ain't gonna let you off the hook.
Okay.
And there's a no spin zone in here.
Okay.
The question still was, what are your plans to register more Muslims to vote? That's what the question was. How are you gonna register more Muslim voters? If you got all these Muslims that's live in New Tampa,
That's
15,000, and you only got
4,000.
3,000 registered. That's 12,000 people just sitting out there. That's gold to a politician.
Yeah.
So how you gonna get them registered? Because a lot of people want to help you do that. If you're turning people out, then all you need to do is get them registered.
To get people to register, we really need to understand why they are not registered. First place.
Okay, what is
And
stopping
we
them?
understand why they are not, because there is, as you said yourself, some people look at the election process as an important process, or
Unimportant to
sometimes,
them.
or sometimes it's also against religion. They are wrong in both sides. But I am not the one that can go to the people, to the masses, and tell them it's wrong, because who am I? We need to educate the imams, and the imams are the one. Thanks God, all imams that we talk with, they are 100% with us, and they think the same way we're thinking. And what we do, we promote those imams to be inside the khutbahs, inside the classes, the religious classes, to talk about it and tell the people that they need to take a matter in their own hands.
All right,
This government need to be looking the same way they are looking.
Well, let's do this right now for the listener audience. Imam is like in the Christian faith ministers.
Yes.
And so khutbah is the speech they give on Friday. We don't want to talk language that people don't understand, so they can be clear about that.
Thank you very much.
So what we need to do, you have a good relationship with imams in Qassam and Imam in New Tampa, so the educational process got to start where every Friday they should say something about getting involved in politics, especially 90 days out from a big election. So that's some more good advice I'm giving you. Because
we got to go to commercial break.
Yes, we'll be back. I told you going by fast and it's hot. We talking. We get somewhere too.
Coming up, we need to tell you about. So don't go away.
Yeah, don't go away to that because we got some great events and we make it somewhere. We thank Gamal for coming in and dealing with it and answering the question. He ain't spinning around. He making it happen. Gamal Gaza, one of the founders of Muslim for Democracy and Fairness. In Touch Radio with Tampa Bay Politics. Angela Birdsong and Jarvis Elamine. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. So, brother, yes.
Catch my show that will be all up in your business. Let's Talk Business with Cheryl J. Cuso. Every Wednesday at 12:31 p.m. My 3 co-hosts and business experts provide insight for business entities and entrepreneurs. First Wednesdays is Derek Blue, CEO of FAP, Building the Business Blueprint. Second Wednesdays, check out with Dr. Shanae Davis of Your Best You Clinic, delivering our greatest wealth in your health. Third Wednesdays, branding your business with Jeanette Diva J. Horge Smith, coordinating and marketing president. Fourth Wednesdays, featuring fashion trends styled by Linda Archie of El Diva Couture Boutique. So join us every Wednesday from 12:31 p.m. to 1:31 p.m. at www.intouchnews.com. Call in at 813-444-9588.
Hello, I'm Rob Perry with Solar Energy Loan Fund, and we can help you finance your energy needs. If you need a new air conditioner, roof, solar panels, windows, doors, weatherization, having plumbing issues, the Solar and Energy Loan Fund can help you with that. Even if your credit isn't the best, we will be able to help you replace that old air conditioner or get that roof replaced. Again, my name is Rob Perry. I'm with Solar Energy Loan Fund. I can be reached at 727-315-3223. Again, that's 727-315-3223. Looking to hear from you.
Been in a car crash? Call Ricky. Don't know what to do? Ask Ricky. We will connect you with a lawyer and doctor experienced in auto accident injuries. Call Ricky at 844-361-7425. After an auto accident, you have 14 days to seek medical attention. You may be in pain, so call Ricky, ask Ricky for your best options. 844-361-7425. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal and medical referral service. The lawyers in our network pay to receive referrals.
We're back for our last segment of Tampa Bay Politics with Angela Birdsong and Jarvis Elamine. In the house, we have Gasser Gamal, and he is with MDF, Muslims for Democracy and Fairness.
That's right.
Now, before we go any further, we got some events coming up, and I want to talk about them right now because I know you got something, I think it's July the 9th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tell us about that event. They're going to have candidates out there.
Okay, yes.
Talk about it.
I want to talk about 3 things, actually.
Okay.
One of them is that we have sent invitation and we have sent questionnaire to every single candidate in our area. If a candidate over there did not receive it or think that he did not receive it, should check their email. They should find it over there. If not, please contact us.
Give you a number. Give you a number.
My number is area code 848-248-1364. Again, 848-248-1364. We also have sent 2 more invitations of 2 events that are coming up. Event number 1 is the Eid event. Eid is there is 2 celebration day for Muslims in the whole year. One of them is coming up, and it's going to be on the 9th of July. But the point is that it might be 9 or might be 10. Nobody knows yet, and we probably will not know until the 3rd of July exactly. Is it the 9th or the 10th? So that event.
Is it in morning or night? What are you saying?
No, 9th or the 10th because the Muslims' holiday is on the lunar calendar.
Lunar calendar.
And so there's the sighting of the moon. So It could be the 9th or the 10th.
That's the actual holiday.
Right. This is a Eid, that's a Muslim holiday to celebrate Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son, the willingness of him to sacrifice his son. So
But either way, the event at the
Fairground.
fairgrounds
Yes.
will be on July 9th.
9th or 10th. Could be the 10th.
9th or 10th.
That's what we're saying.
Oh,
Based on the lunar calendar.
I see.
So let me ask you this, brother, real quick, because time is running out. We want to get all of that out. She got an announcement to make, too, so we want to kind of move a little quicker. But here's the question. All of the candidates
Invited.
period. Whether they endorse or not endorse.
Yes.
Okay.
They are all going to
Then I'll
be
be there.
they are all going to be introduced to the community, regardless of endorsement. You just have to show up. You need to show up around 8.
How much time they going to have? Because getting that many politicians, you're going to give how many?
We're going to put them all on the stage. We're going to call them, everyone. We're going to call his name. He's going to be presented. They're not.
Are they going to speak?
No, they're not going to have time
Oh,
to
good,
speak
then.
because
I just
it's
said
a
that would be
prayer.
a mess.
It's a prayer that we are encouraging in. The second event is.
So let's be clear on the fairgrounds event. So you bring all the candidates up, and the MC just said, this is this person, this is Angela, this is this person.
We're gonna got the name, and then that person will get up and
then everybody see that person.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody.
So
gonna
it's
see
making
them.
awareness of the candidate.
Right.
All right.
yes.
So give us the second event real quick.
Exactly. The second one is candidate forum. We're going to have a major candidate forum on the July 16 in Aya, the new building that
American
is,
Youth Academy.
Yes.
Kassam
American
off
Youth Academy.
130th Avenue in Tampa Terrace.
Right, on 56th Street and 130th
30th Avenue.
Street, yes. And that is going to be very important. It's going to be
So
organized.
candidates forum what day?
It's on the 16th, Saturday.
Saturday, July
July
16th.
the 16th at 3 p.m. It's
3
gonna
p.m.
start. It's going to lasting for 3 hours. We're going to have allow our community to ask questions, and they will answering them.
Now that's
and they will
huge.
be- yes, and the moderator is going to be organized nicely.
I'm impressed with that because candidates forums make a lot of difference, and candidates get a chance to interact and engage with the community. And this has got to be jam packed. And this is the new building that you went in, Angela. American Youth
It's
Academy.
gorgeous.
So that's where it's
One
going to be
thing
at.
with the Muslim community, they put a lot of time and energy into education of
Yes.
children.
Yes. We got two. I think we got 3 major schools in the area, right?
What do you say?
3 major schools in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. There is 3 schools. It takes up to 1,500 students to a facility, very new facility that costs probably more than
And a free
18
clinic, too.
$18 million. Yeah.
Free medical clinic for anybody at
$15
Islamic Society.
million
To build.
Yeah, 18. Yes.
There's no shortage for children.
And no shortage for money in that community as
No
well.
shortage of money, and especially for a good cause like educating
Right.
the children.
Educating the children.
Yes.
So, Angela, tell us about the event you're talking about now.
I am having my Muslim kickoff.
That's right.
Some people might know I just recently had my Caribbean kickoff, but I'm trying to show love for all the constituencies that are represented in my district. And this one is going to be July the 19th.
Thursday, July 19th.
Tuesday. Excuse me, Tuesday.
Tuesday, July 19th. Okay.
And it will be at Petra on Bush Boulevard. Yes.
Nice
So
place.
we're hoping that it's very well attended, and I'll see you there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's going to be very nice. We have a host. I'm on the host committee. We got Brother Richard on the host committee. We got Hassan Shibli on the host committee. We got a lot of movers and shakers. We got Sister Sadiqa. A lot of sisters that's involved. A lot of sisters embracing the campaign. Muslim sisters. Angela, she just made such a good impression on the Muslim sisters that they really love her.
I'm so happy I did get to go to the last event for 200 Muslim women that care.
Right.
And they gave me such a warm welcome.
Nice.
And my mom, too, 96 years young.
Wow, that's great. So that's going to be Tuesday, July 19th, Muslim campaign kickoff at Petra on Bush Boulevard. It's going to be from 5:30 to 7:30. Please put the word out, brother, on your social media platforms, Gamal. We really would appreciate that, and get the community involved, because this will be an opportunity to meet the candidate up close and in person. And this is how you get people involved in politics. When they know that they can talk to the candidate up close and in person, ask questions, then they start seeing the value of this, and then knowing that if this person get elected, then they have somebody they can call on. So that's important.
Absolutely. Yes, of course. We have always been supportive of Angela. Angela is not a new candidate to us. She's a friend that has proven herself to be a community level candidate that will be working very hard for our community and not accept nonsense while she is on the
Amen.
bench.
Well, that is an unimplied endorsement. I love it. Oh yeah, unimplied, but it didn't imply endorsement. But you know, that's what the preachers and the imams do when they like a candidate. They say something good about him and look out to the audience. So we really thank you for that.
Thank you.
And
Let
really,
me tell you, I love the Muslim community. I am just so sorry that people who are putting out hate for that community are so wrong. Because if they ever knew how beautiful a people they are, inviting, just wonderful to be around, and they are industrious, hardworking people. They are not here to get on welfare.
No.
They're here to help the community, build up the community. They're building up their children. And I'm telling you, people need to show them love. That's all I can
they're
say.
going to be good law-abiding citizens, and that's our faith tradition teaches us that, and we're here to make a difference and to outreach in our community. I want us to give a shout-out to Masjid Al-Nasser in Sulphur Springs on Nebraska and Bushes Outreach Miles. We're going to have this
Now,
Friday.
explain what you mean by an outreach.
Outreach Miles is dawah, that we have a focus on doing things in the community. We have a food pantry. We have a mentoring group. We have a bike giveaway, book bag giveaway, quarterly panel discussions, things, health fair. We do a quarterly, a yearly health fair where we have Muslim doctors come out and check the pressure. We work with Islamic Relief. We partner with Brother Khalid, and they bring the truck out there where they check the blood pressure. So I want to say to the community, if you don't have insurance, you can go to Islamic Society of Tampa Bay. You got a free health clinic there. And this Friday, we're going to have one of the first Muslim colonel, African-American Muslim colonel at MacDill. Hear that, DJ? At MacDill going to give the khutbah at Slide Mosque Islamic Society this Friday. An African-American, he got...
What would be a khutbah?
Khutbah would be a speech.
He's going to give
He give the sermon.
What time?
He's going to do it 1:30, and that's the same time that Angela Birdsong campaign will be there on the same day that the colonel is there passing out campaign literature, her and Abdul Malik. That's big. This colonel, he's the first Muslim and African-American colonel for Air Force Base.
That is big.
And he has
At MacDill.
4 bachelor degrees, 2 doctorate, and host education. This bio is thick. He spoke at Masjid Nasser about a month ago. And also he called yesterday and said he have somebody that want to donate a big donation to our food pantry. So he already giving back to the community. So this coming Friday, don't forget, it's that slide right across from Tampa Bay Tech. You can go meet and see Angela Birdsong in person at 1:30 at
Can anybody see the colonel?
Yes, and it's open to the public. That's why I'm making an announcement. The colonel will be there taking pictures, signing autographs. If you want your autograph signed, he'll be there. That's going to be this Friday at 1:30 at Slide Mosque on right across from Tampa Bay Tech. So if you want to be there, it's going to be huge. And, brother, invite other Muslims to come and show our colonel some love. And we're going to get it done.
Maybe even we can get him to the Qassam and have another khutbah over there.
That would, you know what? That would be nice. Yes, and you let me know, sister, brother Gamal. He would love to do it, and he give a great khutbah, great speech.
All right.
So just let me know when you want to do it.
Okay.
I'll get with him. I got him. He called. He answered his phone. Give me his cell phone number.
It is not my call, but I can suggest it to Imam Ahmad.
And New Tampa too.
Ahmad, yes.
New Tampa as well.
Yeah.
Because he want to do a lot of outreach.
Where is that
everywhere.
New Tampa Mosque?
It's right off of Morris Bridge Road. Right off of Morris Bridge Road. It's right. It's built from the ground up. It's beautiful mosque. It's a beautiful Islamic Society of New Tampa. It's a beautiful mosque, and we did a lot of good things in that community. Yep. We have Dr. L. Dean, who's also on the host committee for your campaign. He go to the New Tampa mosque. Yeah. So this has been the great. Angela, you got into closing remarks. Real quick, 30 seconds. You want to say something to our listeners before you go?
The only thing I wanted to say to the listeners, please don't. When you are electing, when you are exercising your vote, always look for the good candidate to vote for.
There you go.
Don't assign yourself with a specific party. No, go beyond the party. Look what's good for America, what's good for your community, what's good for us all, and vote for that person.
All right. Well, Angela's gonna clean that up. Clean it up, Angela.
Vote blue.
That's right. Angela gonna tell you Democrat Party. This is her show, so she got executive privileges.
There might be a time when we can go red, but right now we just got to go blue.
All right then. So
that's what I'm saying.
Ain't no problem, Kamal. Man, you feel the same way, but Angela is the chairman of this board. I like to say I'm glad to be back. I want to say take a little executive privilege too. I was honored in my hometown last week.
He was.
June 20.
Got a book.
Awesome. I did a book signing in the city hall. 2 days, Friday and Saturday. The mayor gave me the key to the city. Literally gave me the key to the city, and he gave me a proclamation.
For that.
Yes, please.
He got the keys.
I got the key to in Dawson, Georgia. Not only that, I told Angela, I said that award was worth more to me than $1 million. To go back to my hometown and be under my teacher, my 10th grade teacher that was there. Current mayor was my mentor. He was there. Current county commissioner, all of them was there. So really, really, I'm on a high right now, feeling good. Yeah. And my wife was there to be the honor. I had a guest by Candy and her husband came from Columbus, Georgia. They came in, and she was there. And I had people come all the way from Miami. They came to show me stuff because I lived in Miami for 10 years. So I just want to take a little executive privilege, host. Is that all right?
That's all right.
Wind it up. We're about to close out.
Well, it's an end of another episode of Tampa Bay Politics. Thank you for joining us. My number is 813-476-4837. And, of course, I'm also the Medicare lady.
That's right.
That's right. I can help you.
That's right. And it's a poor frog don't play his own pun. She can get you fixed up. If you're turning 65, call Angela Birdsong and make this happen because she's going to make sure you get the best Medicaid plan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gamal Gasser.
In Touch Radio, where you can listen to a cruising flow of smooth soul and jazz, today's R&B.